Hey everyone, I'm gonna make this video and try and help some of you people out setting up CG or CUDAMiner for mining dog or Litecoins or any other cryptocurrency using script. Now I'm gonna be making this video around my mining pool Doghouse because it's a mining pool I use and you should be mining dog as well with me in Doghouse. No, it's up to you guys what you mine and where you mine it, but for this case I'll be using Doghouse as an example to setting up CGMiner. So first of all, you want to download CGMiner from their website, which I'll put some links in the description. This is also for CUDAMiner. The setup process for both programs is exactly the same. The only difference is you're using CUDAMiner for Nvidia video cards and CGMiner for AMD cards. Please do not use your CPU because it sucks. You're better off buying a couple of coins than using your CPU to mine them because your CPU just won't. It won't be any profit from power costs. But let's get on with it. So once you've downloaded it, which I already have, I have it down here. You open your RAR file, you extract it to where you ever want to install it. I'll put it on my desktop for now. Let's get this aside. Open up your folder, and here you have a bunch of files, including your CGMiner.exe, which is the program itself. Of course, it needs all the other stuff as well. But what you need to do now is you need to make a DAT file to actually start up CGMiner. And inside of that file, you'll put a bunch of information what the program exactly needs to do. So we'll open up a Notepad++, or you can just use Notepad from Windows that works exactly the same. But I like using Notepad++, so. First, let's type in the program name, which in my case is CGMiner. If you're using CUDAMiner, you'll be typing CUDAMiner. In my case, it's CGMiner, so you type CGMiner. Then you do space, and you do minus twice. I think it's a minus dash tag. I'm Dutch, not English. It doesn't matter. Then you type in your encryption, which is in this case it would be script space minus O. Now you need to find out what your address is of your mining pool. And in my case, this would be this one up here. So you copy it, make sure you have a space, you paste it in there, and then you do colon, and then you do your port. And in the case of Doghouse, this is 3333. So you've got your address. Now you need to have your miner. So you log into your account of your mining pool, whichever mining pool it is, as long as it's script, because this is CGMiner tutorial. And you go to your workers page, and you add your worker. I already have a worker, but I'll always add a new one. Let's do this for a demonstration per demo. And password will just be X. Add new worker. You can add a monitor, doesn't matter if you turn on and off monitor, it's just that you can see it on your dashboard. We'll turn it on for now, but doesn't really matter. So what you want to do now, after your address, after your port, you want to do space minus U, space, and then you want to type in your worker, which in my case here is greatseed.demo, or whatever worker you have. Then again, you do space minus P. Now you type in your password, which we just go in as X. I mean, you can put your password whatever you want. You can make it anything you want. I mean, it doesn't really need to be a password because why would I hide my password? You can mine for me if you want to. No, it doesn't matter. Put in your password. In my case, it was X. You put in your password. And then what you need to do is you need to figure out which video cards you have. You probably know which video cards you have, do you? So once you know which video cards you have, you go into this little website here, which I will put a link in the description. You go into Ctrl+F, you'll find function, and in my case it'll be 6970s from XFX. So you look for those, and it shows up here, and this is apparently what it says I can use as my maximum settings. So intensity 19, GPU threads 2, and thread concurrency 8000. If you're using a card like, say, a 7990, you just look up that one and you'll find your settings down here. This works as well for Nvidia cards, your GTX series. Just look it up, find your settings, copy them, and then behind your password, you space, and you paste them. Then what you can do as well is you can set some extra settings, which you don't have to, but I'd suggest you can, and suggest you do, because it's nice and it works. What you do then is space, double dash, auto, minus, fan. Now, I know a lot of you are already saying, well, my drivers already do my fan. Yes, I know they do. My drivers manage my fan as well. The difference is, if we're going to do this with this program, it's going to be a lot better. Now, why is it going to be a lot better? You do it under space, twice minus, temp minus target. This means now you can set a target temperature where CGMiner or CUDAMiner will try and get your cards at. And in my case, I'll set my target temperature to 85 degrees Celsius. This is in Celsius. Normally when I would not set this up, when I would run on my driver's fan speed, my cards would run up to 95 to 99 degrees easily. Now this is perfectly fine for my cards, my 6970s, they can handle it. But when you're running your cards 24/7 at maximum load, heat can be an issue. You want to keep your heat down as much as possible, because you probably do know that heat and electronics don't really mix. The hotter your GPU chip gets, the worse it performs, and the shorter the lifespan gets. So you want to get your heat down, and you do this with this little extra commands. Now, what you can add on top of that is space, double minus, space, temps minus overheat, and then you type in your overheat temperature. In my case, I'll put it up 99. So if my temperature goes to 99 degrees Celsius, it will throttle down my GPU card, and it will try not to use it anymore. And there's even a third step, space minus temp minus cutoff, and I'll put that on 105 in my case. Now what this will do is, if your card will reach the temperature you set here, in my case 105, it will completely shut down that card and make sure it doesn't overheat and go poof. Of course, you don't want your cards to burn out, do you? I mean, you can mine all you like, that's never fun. So then we end up with this. Now there's one more thing you can do, and I really like this feature, so listen up. As you see here, you can set up your intensity of your card, which in my case the maximum is 19, to make it run well without any hardware issues. Now, since I'm using two cards, I can set up two different intensities just by making a comma and then putting the first card in front. So this is the first card, my primary, and then this is my secondary. So let's make my primary run at 11 and my secondary run at 14. Now, I can do this with anything else. I can do this with a threat concurrency. I can do this with temperature. So if you have two different video cards, let's say you're using a 6970 and a 6950, you could set up two configurations in one file for your two cards without any problem. Why do I like to set it up like this? I've got two exactly the same cards, but now this means that my secondary card, which I'm not really using, is running higher than my primary cards, which I am using when I'm using a browser and talking to people on Skype. So you got your program up here, you got your type, which is script, you got your address, you got your username, you got your password, you got your card settings, and you've got your fan settings. That should be it. You go to File, Save As, and go to where your folder is, and you save it, and we set it as low settings, and then you save it as a .dat file. Save. You can close this one up now, minimize this, and here it is. Let us try it out. I can hear my cards fluttering already. So yes, if you set up the temperature in auto fan, it's going to be a bit more noisier, but your cards are going to live longer, which is good. This takes a little bit of time because it's initializing. And here it is. First card is running 200 kilohashes, second card 500, 300, See, it's going up and down a bit. So at the end here, you can see first card is running at intensity 11, second one at 14. This is what we've set up in the bat file. And on the left side of that, we've got our kilohashes per card. More left from that, we've got our temperatures and our fan RPM per card. On top here, we have our average kilohashes from all our cards combined. And then here, this one up here, the HW, you want to keep that at 0. That's your hardware errors. If this one is flickering, going above 0, that means you have a wrong setting, and you probably took a wrong setting from, where is my browser? From here. That means you probably copied through a different one, the wrong one. So you need to make sure that your hardware errors stay at 0. Well, I hope this helped you guys out. And if you have any more questions, you just hop in onto our RAC, which you can get at. Go to doghouse.org. You go to support, and then you click on web chat. So it'll bring you to a channel where you just type in the stupid little CAPTCHA. Who doesn't hate CAPTCHAs? Give it a second to pop on. Come on. There we go. And here you can ask any question you'd like, or just hang out with the little super nice Doghouse community. Well, I hope I see you guys soon, and let's hope I'll see you guys mining with us or on the IRC. And see you next time.